y'all were able to tune in. I'm super excited for you to get to hear from someone that I truly admire. She's a great leader, she's a great mentor, and most of all, she's become good friends. She's the most passionate person you'll ever know. She's always there to help out. She's very passionate about helping people. She's super humble and wouldn't tell you, but she's been able to create a 5K residual income from home. And sorry, you guys. And according with her job, she is a neuro and trauma pediatric nurse. Not to mention, she has made an extra 17K in extra bonuses in the last 8 months, you guys. How awesome is that? She has a true passion to help others succeed, and you guys are truly blessed to hear from her. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Ms. Erica Vosvik.
Thank you so much, Gabby. I just need to give it back to you. You guys, Gabby is incredible. She is a mom and of 2 cute little boys. She's just killing it. And I got to spend the weekend with her in Vegas this last weekend, and she's just doing such big things. I'm just so excited for all of her success. So like Gabby said, I am a full-time pediatric neuro and trauma nurse. And I just feel so blessed, lucky, and fortunate that this kind of just like fell in our laps in June. I went to college for 8 years. My boyfriend went for 6. And in May, we actually, we were like, oh my goodness, we are almost $60,000 in student loan and credit card debt. So I'm just so thankful. This has seriously changed our lives in the last 8 months. And if you are here, thank you so much for spending your, what's today, Thursday night with us. And let us know, I want to see where you guys are all tuning in from. So let us know where you're tuning in from, and we will just go ahead and get started because I don't want to take your guys' whole night. Let me just share my screen here. We've got West Virginia, Ohio, Arizona, Connecticut. Wow. Bozeman, Montana, Alabama. Wow, you guys, we are all over New York. I'm in Utah right now. Pennsylvania, Colorado, Texas. Holy cow, we're all over the US. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let me just share my screen. Okay. So the company that we are with is called To Tranont, and it means change life. And we have offices in Lehi, Utah, and Toronto, Canada. And we focus on 2 main things. The 2 biggest things that everyone's like New Year's resolutions, health and finances. We all want to lose more weight or get fitter. I don't know if that's a word. Get more fit and become wealthier or get out of debt. So we focus on those 2 main things. I just feel super lucky. I always believe that documentation beats conversation 100% of the time. We just got recognized in Inc. 500, which ranks over 5,000 companies in America, the top 5,000 companies, and we are ranked in the top 7% of fastest growing companies in the United States. That is incredible. And number 23 for the top consumers and products and services that we offer, which is just amazing, you guys. That's a huge recognition for our company. And I'm going to talk about one of the biggest, this is just booming right now. We've all heard of CBD. If you have heard of CBD, please put a 2 in the chat below. And for those of you that have, I'm sure it's CBD oil that you have heard of. We have our hands on a unicorn and like a gold mine. So I don't know if you guys know or you've seen the news, but there is a huge hype on CBD right now. So last year in 2018, it was projected to do $500 million and it did $1 billion. In the next 2 to 3 years, it's projected to do $22 to $24 billion. It's going to be the biggest transfer of wealth that we've seen in our entire lifetime. So just to put it into perspective, Starbucks, they started in the 1970s, and today they do 22 to 24 billion. we're talking 2 to 3 years here, you guys, of 22 to 24 billion, that huge transfer of wealth from the pharmaceutical industry into CBD. And if you're anything like me, I was so uneducated. I knew nothing about CBD. I seriously thought, and I was like, this is marijuana. Like, what the heck? And I've never done drugs, like never done anything. The first time I heard about CBD was actually at the children's hospital that I work. So I work in the neuro and trauma unit, and I work with neurologists and neurosurgeons daily. And these kids would come in with epilepsy, and they would have, I mean, this is kind of getting a little deep, but they would have like parts of their brain removed. They'd be on every single like seizure medication out there, and these kids nothing would stop their seizures. And these families, obviously they want the best for their kids. So they go and do all this research, and they find that CBD helps with seizures and epilepsy in kids. So they would come ask these neurologists and neurosurgeons who have gone to school for years. I mean, they are the smartest of the smart doctors. And they were like, yes, go find your kid CBD. Like, I mean, they were basically promoting it. So that is really cool, the medicinal value of CBD. So we have an endocannabinoid system in our body, just like any other organ system. So the endocannabinoid system, it actually helps regulate our hormonal system, our nervous system, our immune system. And we have one of these in our body, you guys, not to get like religious or anything, but I truly believe that things were put on this earth for a reason, and things are put in our body for a reason. So the medicinal value of this is huge, and there is nothing like this on the market. We are so, so lucky. We have our hands on a gold mine. This is like a unicorn product. So we don't have CBD oil. We have a CBD aqueous fluid. It is 100%, I don't know if you guys can see this glass. So this is CBD oil. You can see that the oil is just, I hope you can see my glass. It just sits at the top of this and is completely, it is not water soluble. If I stirred this glass around, it would just, the oil just sticks to the side of this glass. And our body can only absorb about 10% of that. So what's cool with a CBD aqueous fluid, our bodies, we're made up of 80% water. So like we learned in 3rd grade science class, oil and water do not mix. And I mean, it's not rocket science, so your body's not going to be able to absorb all the medicinal value from that. So with a CBD aqueous fluid, it's going to completely absorb, and you're going to absorb about 60 to 90% of that, which is amazing. So I'm just going to show you guys ours here. And it's so cool. You can just see in this glass, I hope you can see, it's kind of hard, but it is just going to absorb in that water. I'm going to stir it around kind of, and you are going to see the water just absorb. You can see nothing is sticking to the top of that glass. So just to compare, let's see if we can put them side by side. Here's the CBD oil, and here is the liquid. You can't even see it. I mean, that's what it's doing in our body, you guys. And what's interesting is sometimes marketing, they say oh, this is CBD oil, water soluble. We all know that oil and water, it cannot mix. So how can oil be water soluble? So the extraction process is so cool. We have a patent on it, actually. So we take the entire plant, the whole flower, and completely liquefy it. So it's like taking an orange and putting it through a juicer. That's the best orange juice you're gonna get. And we don't, so I've done a ton of research, and CBD oil, you have to put it through this heating process. They isolate things out, they take all this apart, and you guys, you cannot, once you take things apart, you can't put it back together again. We all know you can't put Humpty Dumpty back together again and have it have the same effect. So with this, and they add like butane and CO2 and all this stuff to it. With ours, it is simply the whole medicinal flower with nothing added to it. It's organic CBD, full medicinal profile. So that is awesome. And again, here's some testimonials. It helps with pain relief, anxiety, insomnia, stress, depression, people who have like joint pain, like, I mean, like arthritis, and we actually have someone who has MS. It's helping them. I mean, we have so many things that this CBD is helping. It's so cool to see our healthcare system starting to kind of transition into more of this like plant-based medicine. Because we go to the doctor, you guys, and they prescribe you medication for everything. I mean, I work as a nurse. I believe in Western medicine. There is a time and a place for a doctor. Trust me. Like I 100% agree there's a time and a place for a doctor. But there are so many things that are getting prescribed, and our country is actually one of 2 countries that can promote these pharmaceutical drugs on commercials, which out of the entire world, 2 countries, us and New Zealand. And what do we see on these commercials? It's like, oh, take this, but by the way, it might cause kidney damage, liver failure. It might make you suicidal, could cause death. I mean, the side effects of these medications are scary. And right now, there is no known side effects with CBD, you guys. And the medicinal value, it is like it creates homeostasis in your body. So wherever your body needs it, that's where it's going to go, and that's what it's going to heal. So I had to educate myself on CBD and the medicinal values. We are healing people, not getting high. Trust me, I do not believe in getting high and all of that. They are 2 separate things. We are talking medicinal hemp plant here, not marijuana where you go get high. So that is really cool. This is changing. I mean, you're going to see it everywhere. I'm just so excited for this. These are our other health core products. They're all completely plant-based as well. So our body, we are not drug deficient. We are nutrient deficient. And right now, like I said, we go to the doctor and they're giving us all these things. We are the sickest we have ever been. And it is scary. I mean, the obesity rates, childhood obesity, they're saying that now kids are going to start being born. 1 in 3 kids are going to have autism. We need to wake up and start educating people on health here, people. So these are so cool. They actually, so this one is my favorite, Balance. It's an organic, it's all completely plant-based. Even the little, the capsule that it's in is plant-based. So there was actually this research study done that our farming system is changing. So in order to get the same nutritional value of 1 apple in the 1950s, how many apples do you guys think you would have to eat today? And it's because our farming system has changed. We went from horse to horsepower. We have all this pesticides and junk in our food where our soil is lacking nutrients. And so I'm just gonna see what some of you put on here. 50, let's see if anyone, awesome. Katie's been able to stop all anxiety meds and Adderall, thanks to Vibe. 100, okay, you guys. So you would have to eat 125 apples today to get the same nutritional value of 1 apple in the 1950s. That is scary. And even if you are eating a completely raw, healthy diet, we are lacking nutrients in our bodies. So because of that in our farming system. So what's so cool is by supplementing your body, you are getting all the nutrients that you need. And the next one that we have is Vibe, which this is your brain food. So it's going to help people with like energy, mental focus, memory. There's actually an ingredient in here called lion's mane's mushroom. And it's so interesting to me. So I like to know what I put in my body. So I do all this research. It can actually help prevent Alzheimer's, dementia, ADD, depression, anxiety. Obviously not cure these things, but prevent them. So it's filled with B vitamins. So instead of like going and taking your Rockstar or a whole bunch of coffee, we all get that. I know we all hit like 2, 3, 4 o'clock and you just like get a whole like brain fog. It's so cool. So my sister, she has been diagnosed with ADHD when she was 5 years old and has been on Adderall for the last 20 years of her life. That cannot be good for you guys. You guys, 20 years of Adderall. And in the last month and a half, She has been able to completely get off her Adderall since she's been taking these. That is life-changing. And same with Katie. She just said she's been able to stop her anxiety meds, which is incredible. We're talking preventative medicine here instead of going and getting all these prescription medications for these things. And these can help with migraines. It increases the blood flow in the brain, which is really awesome. This one has helped me tremendously. So this is a digestive enzyme, which we have. I mean, I learned this in nursing school. We have digestive enzymes in our body naturally. They come from our pancreas and our saliva. We have amylase and lipase, which help break down the carbs and the fats in our body. But what's interesting is every decade, we lose about 10% of our digestive enzymes, and we can never get them back. And each one of us, when we're babies, we are born with a different amount of digestive enzymes. So for me, I was born without lactase. I cannot digest dairy. So for me, I've been lactose intolerant my entire life. Every time I eat dairy, which we all love ice cream and pizza, so I still continue to eat it. I would get a stomach ache. I'd feel bloated. I just always felt sick when I ate. With these, I no longer feel sick, and it can break down that dairy. So by supplementing your body with digestive enzymes, it's going to help break down that food to the smallest molecule possible so your body can actually absorb the nutrients it needs. And I'm just going to do a little magic trick here. So we have this snack pack pudding, which is not tampered with. I'm going to open it up right here. This is going to represent the food that's in our gut and the processed foods that we eat. So you can see here, this is just like super thick. One of these days it's probably going to come out on me. So I can just dump this upside down and nothing happens. It's disgusting. So I'm just going to do this magic trick. I'm going to take one of these digestive enzymes here. You can see I'm taking this little capsule, and I'm actually just going to dump it in here. I know you guys can't see. I can't do two things at once, but I'm just going to take this digestive enzyme and put it in here. And if you have any results with enzyme or with the Life, with Vibe or Balance or CBD, please share them below. And I'm just going to stir this up here. And one thing, it is so important that you are getting good quality supplements. So you can just see, this is just so thick and gunky, it's disgusting. So I'm just going to stir this up while I continue to talk, and we'll just let it sit here for a minute, and then I will show you what it does. It's crazy. Okay. So it's so important that you get a good quality supplement and vitamin, because right now, I mean, for me, like, I was already taking a vitamin. I was already taking supplements. I was like, truly, I was like, I don't really know if I need this. Like, I already have a supplement. But you guys, it is so important that you're getting a good quality plant-based supplement, because the supplements we have out there, ooh, this is spilling. I just spilled the pudding. That's all right. We've got like half of it left. Okay, so the supplements that we have in our body, or that we have out there that we're putting into our body, they're really junk. So would you rather put something in your body that's chemically synthetic, made in a lab, or something that's coming naturally from the earth, from a fruit or vegetable? So we would much rather, our bodies are going to recognize the supplements and vitamins and minerals coming from the fruits and vegetables. And if you guys have heard of those little emergency packets, like those vitamin C, put a 3 in the comments below. What's so interesting about those, if you were to flip one of those around, the main ingredient would actually be ascorbic acid, which is a chemically synthetic vitamin C. So our body is not going to recognize, you're going to only absorb probably 10% of that and then pee the rest out. Whereas if you are getting a natural supplement, I'm laughing because there's pudding all over my counter. If you are getting a natural supplement like vitamin C coming from a cherry, your body is going to absorb a lot more of that. Okay, this pudding has been sitting here for not very long, and you guys, it liquefied on my counter. So I'm just going to show you here what this pudding did. So it just completely liquefied and turned into chocolate milk. I wish you guys could see my counter. It's hilarious. It turned into chocolate milk. That is crazy and disgusting. So it just shows what this is doing in your food, in your body. And I will tell you, it is not going to come out like this. Trust me, I would not be promoting something that comes out like this. So the next thing we have is a liquid collagen. This is, again, I keep saying it's my favorite product. All of these are my favorite, but this one is probably by far my favorite. Us ladies, we know that, like, we don't want wrinkles, we want thick hair, no fine lines, wrinkles. I mean, this is awesome, but I learned it's not just for the ladies. So we actually have more collagen in our body or in our bones than we do calcium. So it's going to help support your bone matrix, and it helps with healing in your body. And it has 10 grams of protein. Collagen is the #1 protein that's in our bodies, and so it's going to promote lean muscle mass. So guys, I know that you like lean muscle mass. I do too, so it's going to help you burn fat while you sleep. I love this product, and this is a medical grade collagen, and they actually use it. I mean, they sell this for like $1,000 in hospitals. It's actually the only collagen that's tested by Harvard Medical School. And people use it for bed sores. It's so cool. I'm so passionate about it because I do work in the trauma unit and I get to see. I wish I could bring this into the hospitals and see how it would heal the kids, but I can't do that. So anyways, the next one we have is Restore, which is so cool. It's a high proteolytic enzyme. This supports healing and recovery and improves your digestion and eases pain and inflammation. So inflammation, like if you go and sprain your ankle, your ankle floods with inflammation, which inflammation is good for short periods of time. And what do people do when they sprain their ankle? They go take Tylenol or ibuprofen, which is decreasing that inflammation, which is actually slowing down the healing process. So we need some inflammation. So this is going to go to your injury, and it's actually going to help with the inflammation process and speed up recovery, which we actually had a guy, it was so interesting. He got back surgery, and he got the same exact back surgery as his neighbor. His neighbor was 6 months later, his neighbor could still hardly get out of bed. And the other guy who got back surgery, he was actually taking these before his surgery and during his healing. Within a week, he was walking up the stairs. And you would never, I mean, when I saw this guy, you would never in a million years guess that he had just had back surgery. So it just goes to show the difference of the supplements that you're putting in your bodies. So that's really cool. You can make up to 35% if you have customers. And if you are not interested in like a business, that is totally fine. You can just order one of these products or some of these products separately. So, but if you are interested in the business and making money, you can make up to 35% on personal customers. So that's awesome. Another thing that's changed our lives drastically is when I graduated, I was like, yes, like I can finally save up money for like 1 or 2 years. I'll go buy a new car. Well, fast forward 60 days after graduation, I was driving a brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee completely paid for. So if you are getting paid to drive a Jeep on here, let us know how long it took you to get your Jeep payment. You will get a $350 Jeep car payment plus $250 in cash. So that is $600 a month. And your car payment behind like rent and mortgage, that's your like second biggest expense. So it is awesome that we are having people eliminate their car payment. It took Katie 11 days. It took me 60. That's awesome. I think it took my sister, I don't think she's on here, but it took her about a month. We've helped over 50, almost 56 people now get paid to drive a Jeep. And that, I mean, it's incredible. I just love seeing other people succeed. The next level, you can get up to $500 in a Jeep car payment, and every level after that, which, guys, my Jeep payment is not $500. So I pay my car payment and then pocket the rest of that money. And then you get $500 in cash, so that's $1,000 every single month in the mail. And then if you see these orange builder bonuses at the top, if you have at least 200 volume, you can go for these bonuses. So we've had people hit, like my sister, she just got a $2,000 bonus in the mail. So that's $3,000 a month. The next level, again, $500 for the Jeep, $1,500 in cash, that's $2,000 a month. And then if you do that within 120 days, that's $5,000 in bonuses. And I know we've had multiple people do this. We just had a few girls in Montana. They are going to get a $7,000 check in the mail. Katie Hinton, she just got, or not just, she got a $7,000 check in the mail. It's so cool that we have multiple people hitting these bonuses. The next level, you get $500 in cash, $4,500. So that's $5,000 a month, which we just recently 2 months ago now, we have been getting $5,000 checks in the mail every month. And because we did that in 6 months, we got a $10,000 check. So 1 month, we got a $15,000 check in the mail, which is life-changing. You guys, I've surpassed my nursing income in less than a year. And it's just so cool. I mean, it just keeps going. So basically, just in these orange bonuses, there's over $37,000 that you can go for. And then it just keeps going, which I'm not even going to go here because that's just an insane amount of money. It's awesome. And what's so cool is we have so much training and support. Our mentorship and the leadership that we get is like nothing I would pay for the mentorship alone. I mean, these people are some of the most successful people I've ever surrounded myself with. They are some of the top business people that I've ever worked with. They have been judges on Celebrity Apprentice. They're huge in real estate. So they're mentoring us in not just this, but in life in general. So I love that. They always say that you need to surround yourself, the people you surround yourself with, that's who you're like. You are most like the 5 people you surround yourself with. So why not level up a little bit, learn from some super successful people, and we train you. You are not doing this alone. We do this as an entire team. We have local, regional trainings, national trainings. We actually just all got back from Vegas with some of our top mentors. We had a blast. It was awesome. And we're just exploding, you guys. So I'm really pumped. And we also have financial services. So this is we are the only health and wealth company out there. And honestly, the financial side is why I originally joined this business. So again, like I said, I was $60,000 in debt and I knew nothing about finances. I have learned more about finances in the last 8 months than I have in my entire life. I knew nothing about taxes. All I knew is money was being taken out of my paycheck and we all had to go do taxes at the end of the year. So it's so cool. We have this TaxBot app and we actually just got to hear from him in Vegas. His name is Sandy Botkins. He used to be the head president of the IRS. And so obviously he's the Nazi of taxes. So when he created this, I mean, he knows his stuff about taxes. So he educated us, and it's so cool, the tax benefits. So the tax system was built off of business owners. So if you have your own business, then you have the same deductions of any other business owner, or you have the same tax benefits as any regular business owner. And basically, this app keeps track of everything for you. It tracks your miles, and you basically swipe right for business, swipe left for personal. It's so easy. And what's so cool is they keep track of all these deductions for you. They partner with an accounting firm who has professional CPAs who are the experts in taxes, and they will take all of these and actually apply them to your taxes and do them for you. You won't have to go through the stress of doing them yourself, and you won't ever have to pay for someone to do your taxes again. So that's awesome. The other thing we have is identity theft protection. That's this defend here, which identity theft protection, that's our top crime in America today. We all know someone who has their identity stolen, their credit cards, their debit cards. So they will completely protect your identity. Another awesome one that we've had tons of success with is these credit services. So they will go and repair your credit. And for me, I had done everything right credit-wise. I had always paid my bills on time. I never had a late fee. So I truly wasn't sure what they could do. If you had results, how much has your credit increased since you've been working with them? I know mine. I didn't know, but even if you do everything right, you can still have disputes that are drawing down your credit score. So one day I was driving home from work, my credit increased 57 points in 1 week. And I was so excited. My credit has never been that high. So it's so cool. And mine's probably the lowest results. We've had people like 150 points since they've been working with us. My sister, she moved around a lot and all her addresses were drawing down her credit score. Just little things that you don't know are drawing down your credit score. It's crazy. Which means when your credit increases, you get lower percent interest rates on so many things. So that's really cool. We also have legal. They will help you set up like a living will or medical directives completely for free. I'm young, and I know a lot of us are young, and you don't think about that until you get way older. But I also work in the children's hospital, so I see daily that anything can happen at any time. So I would much rather my things go to my family than go to the state. And I know some of you have kids on here. If you have kids, I know like you love your kids more than anything, and you would much rather your things go to your family and your kids than you would anyone else. So that's really cool. If you have business, they'll help you set up like an LLC. If you get into trouble, they will refer you to an attorney, which is awesome. And then the last thing we have is mobile health care. You can Skype in with a doctor or nurse. Instead of going to like an urgent care and not wasting your time, but spending a lot of time there. We actually just had a girl, her husband was having chest pain, and normally they would obviously go to the ER, and they were like, oh, we have mobile health care. So they called in, they actually saved themselves an ER bill. So they called in, they talked with the nurse, and it basically was not a medical emergency, and they were like, that was it. And they were sitting in their home instead of hauling their newborn baby into the ER and getting a huge medical expense. Okay, so the last thing on here is the certified wealth specialist. This is by far, it's changed our financial situations faster than anything. And obviously all of our financial situations are different, and all of our financial goals are different. So it's very individualized and specific to you. So for us, I'll just be honest, I've already been transparent with you. We were $60,000 in debt. So that was our big goal, is like, I want to get out of debt as fast as I possibly can. So between them and Recredit, they basically restructured, they helped us come up with a plan and restructure our debt to where now, in just a little over a year, as long as everything goes as planned, which it should, that $60,000 in debt will be completely gone. And I mean, there's nights I cannot even sleep at night. You guys, I don't know if you realize that's an amount of debt that people pay on for 30 to 40 plus years, like a lifetime of debt. And we did it in a little over a year. And not everyone's in debt, and that's awesome. So they'll talk to you about retirement, like when do you plan to retire, how much you'll need for retirement. I'm not licensed, so I can't talk about it like they can, but it's incredible. They'll teach you wealth strategies specific to your financial goals, where you can gradually build wealth over time instead of living in this constant cycle that our society, 85% of us live in today, where you're just like dropping into debt, going back to zero, dropping into debt, going back to zero. That's what our society lives in, and it's the norm. So they are getting people out of that norm and teaching financial education. This just blew my mind that we are not taught this stuff in school. And I truly believe that every single person deserves to know about this, because it would change everyone's financial situations drastically. And I just feel so thankful to be with such an amazing company. Their mission is to change 1 billion lives, one household at a time. And I love helping people. So I'm just so glad to be on a mission with them. If you want to become an associate, it is a one-time $99 sign-up fee. And then if you want the health products, it's $150 a month. The wealth products are $125. And if you want to be a builder and go after those $37,000 in bonuses, it'll be $240 a month, which for us, clearly we were $60,000 in debt, you guys. You have to invest in yourself in order to get something out of it. So for us, this is a 100% tax deduction as a business service. So that's how we had to look at it. We were investing in ourselves. We were buying something for ourselves, investing in ourselves, to where for our long-term financial, everyone is benefiting, whether it's getting a financial plan in place, saving money in taxes. Some people, actually save more money in taxes than what they pay for these services. So that's how we had to look at it. It's a 100% tax deduction. So I know it's hard. You have to pay that money up front, but you're gonna get that money back in taxes anyway. So or save that money in taxes. So why not? Why not go do something for yourself? And I just want to close on that. It has been completely life-changing, you guys. And I cannot even tell you. I mean, some people on here, they can tell you how amazing this journey has been. But one of our mentors, he always says, he's a big baseball guy. He's like, you can't hit a home run if you never swing the bat. So you might as well swing the bat, because you might just hit a home run like me and my boyfriend, Jeff. I mean, it's so doable, and we've had so many people having success with this and it changing their lives drastically in just this short amount of time. So if you have any questions, get back with the person who got you here. Thank you so much for taking time out of your night to learn more about what you're doing, and I am excited to be on this journey with all of you. So welcome to the team, and I hope to see you all very soon. Talk to you guys later. Bye.